You get the keys to your new build. The paint smells fresh. The kitchen gleams. Everything looks exactly like the show home. Then winter comes. A crack appears above the bedroom window. The bathroom extractor fan starts dripping. The front door will not latch properly when it is cold. You call the developer. They say they will send someone. Weeks pass. You call again. Someone visits, patches the crack, and leaves. 6 months later, the crack is back, wider. Now the developer says you are outside the defects period. The repair is on you. The quote arrives, £4,200, and that is just the first problem. Here's what the sales brochure won't tell you. If you buy a new build in the UK, you are not the exception. You are the rule. 95% of buyers, almost everyone, report at least one defect after moving in. Not a loose screw or a scuffed wall, but a list. The average new build comes with somewhere between 15 and 47 separate snags. Some are small, some are not. Plastering alone makes up as much as a third of all complaints. Cracks, uneven surfaces, bulges that never settle, doors that don't close, windows that don't seal, floors that creak from day one, drainage that pools under the garden. The pattern repeats, street after street, postcode after postcode. It isn't just a handful of unlucky buyers. In the 2019 New Homes Review, 91% of new homes had snags and defects. That's not a blip, it's a market. The Homeowners Alliance survey found 63% of UK adults are seriously concerned about new build quality. It's not paranoia if the numbers back you up. These aren't isolated stories, they are the baseline. This is New Build Snagging UK. This is New Build Problems UK. And the so-called safety net, the NHBC warranty, sits quietly in the background, while most buyers discover the defects after the developer has already moved on. You are not unlucky. You are part of the 95%. The only thing rare is a home that's actually finished properly. That's the real story behind the show home shine. You move in expecting a finished home. What you actually get is a list of defects that reads more like a builder's punchline than a handover document. Plastering is the first thing you notice. Cracks, rough patches, bulges catch your eye every time you walk into the room. Industry insiders estimate plastering accounts for up to a third of all snags. It is not just cosmetic. Poor sealing around windows and doors means you feel the draft before you even find the fault. Rainwater pools in places it should not. Drainage failures turn your new garden into a bog, sometimes within days of moving in. Floors are not level. You hear the boards creak under your feet or spot a slope where there should not be one. These are not picky complaints. They are failures of basic workmanship. Each defect is a reminder that what is called snagging is anything but minor. You are not dealing with a scuffed skirting board. You are dealing with a system where the basics, dry walls, sealed windows, working drains, are treated as optional extras. This is New Build Snagging UK. This is what new build defects look like up close. And the NHBC warranty? It sits in the background, silent, as you start to tally up the cost of making your new home truly livable. The first 2 years after you get the keys, the developer is supposed to be on the hook. That is the official line. If something breaks, if the plaster cracks, if the windows let in a draft, you are told the builder must fix it. But that window is narrow. The clock starts ticking the day you complete, not the day you move in. 2 years. Then the responsibility shifts. What most buyers do not realise is how quickly the safety net disappears. After that second anniversary, the NHBC warranty steps in, but only for major structural failure. Not for the door that will not shut, not for the tiles that keep falling off, not for the damp patch that grows every time it rains. Everyday faults, the kind you actually live with, slip through the cracks. The NHBC warranty is pitched as peace of mind, but it is written with exclusions and fine print. Around 30% of claims are rejected outright. The reason is simple. The The defect does not fit the policy definition. The insurance kicks in only if the walls shift or the roof fails. Everything else is your problem. The financial logic is brutal. An independent snagging survey costs between £350 and £550. But if you miss something, if a hidden leak or a botched foundation goes undetected, repairs can run to £15,000, £20,000, sometimes more. That is not scare tactics. That is what the bills say. You pay for the survey now, or you pay for the repairs later. The system is designed to protect the developer's timeline, not your wallet. And when the warranty will not cover the problem, you are left on your own. Completion day is when the power flips. The moment you sign, the developer gets paid in full. That's not just the end of the sale, it's the end of your leverage. Every pound is already in their account. If you find 20 snags or 200, the builder has your money and the incentive to move on to the next project. Buyers want a different system. A snagging retention, a holdback of 2.5% of the purchase price, is kept aside until every defect is fixed. On a £450,000 home, that is £11,250. Enough to make a builder pay attention. Not a fine, not a penalty, just a reason to finish what was promised. 88% of new build owners support this, but in the UK it is not law. Developers are not required to agree. You can ask for retention, but unless it is written into your contract, you're out of luck. The rules that do exist do not protect you where it matters. Planning and inspection focus on the outside, on fire safety, site access, and minimum space. Internal workmanship is left to the builder's conscience. The nationally described space standard, which would set a baseline for internal space, is voluntary. Local councils can choose to ignore it. There is no legal minimum for how well your walls are finished, how your doors fit, or whether your floor slopes. Other countries have mandatory holdbacks. In the UK, the system relies on trust. And when the money is already gone, trust is all you have left. That's how new build snagging UK works. The NHBC warranty sits in the background, but the real power sits with the developer the moment you complete. You are left with the list, the bill, and the hope that someone, somewhere, will come back to fix what was missed. You think you're buying certainty. You hand over £450,000 for a new build, expecting peace of mind. Instead, you open the door to a list of 250 faults. Not 20, not 50. 250. The walls are supposed to be solid, but you notice cracks. Then you hear one is collapsing. You call the developer. They refuse to fix it. You're told to wait, to accept a patch, to stop making trouble. The snagging list grows. Every day, another reminder that the home you paid for is unfinished, maybe unsafe. You chase, you document, you argue. The bill is now yours, not theirs. Someone else shares their story online. They try to arrange a snagging survey after moving in. The developer blocks access, says it's too late, suggests legal advice. You realise the power flipped the day you completed. The fight is one-sided. You're left paying to prove what's already obvious. The cost isn't just financial, it's the exhaustion. The sense that you've been sold a finished dream and left with a half-built reality. This is how new build snagging in the UK turns from a checklist into a trap. The NHBC warranty sits in the background, silent, while the burden lands squarely on your shoulders. You have a narrow window, and the clock is not on your side. The moment you reserve a plot, you need your own expert. Hire an independent snagging surveyor, never the inspector recommended by the developer. Their loyalty is to you, not the builder. Before you complete, insist on a full snagging survey. Pay £350 to £550. It is a fraction of what missed defects might cost you. When you find problems, and you will, document everything. Take dated photos. Write detailed notes. Keep a formal snagging report. Do not rely on phone calls or casual chats with the site manager. Every promise must be in writing. If the builder shrugs you off or delays, escalate. Use the consumer code for home builders. Put your complaint in writing. Demand a formal response. If they refuse, move fast. Initiate a formal claim. The more time passes, the less leverage you have. If you have already moved in, do not wait. Get legal or consumer advice immediately. The system is designed to wear you down. Your best defense is a paper trail and speed. Do not accept verbal reassurances. Do not let the developer run down the clock. Every day counts. You're told it's worry-free, but 95% of buyers face defects, plastering, drainage, unfinished work. Snagging surveys cost hundreds. Repairs cost thousands. Your NHBC warranty, often a false comfort. Here's what the sales brochure won't tell you. In today's UK, buying new means you're left fighting alone. Demand better. Demand accountability.